the headquarters of the Ruski Bloc, a pro-Moscow political party based in Crimea. With Russian flags under the arm, activists are off to demonstrate against Ukraine possibly entering NATO. Crimea is the only region in Ukraine with a majority of Russian population. Some would like to break away from the country.
International law can be debated, but this is Ukraine. The general feeling is that Crimea is far more Russian than Ukrainian.
Pro-Russian movements in Crimea have been galvanized with Russia's recent show of power in Georgia. If NATO was to open its doors to Ukraine, they threaten to turn to Moscow for help.
If necessary, the people of Crimea will actively resist Ukraine's entry into the NATO bloc. We will go out on the streets and will ask for Russia's support.
Soviet songs, Soviet red, Russian flags are handed out to the crowd. It's hard to believe that this is Ukraine. Russia recognized the independence of Abkhazia and South Ossetia. Demonstrators hope this will one day be the case for Crimea. Declaring the independence of Crimea. Communists say this is what they'll do if Ukraine engages in the NATO membership plan next December.
Crimea would ask to break away from Ukraine. You've accepted the independence of Kosovo, so why not Crimea? Why would Crimea have less rights than Kosovo? We would become an independent country and Russia would be our #1 ally.
No to NATO in Ukraine, no to NATO in Crimea. The message is pounded speaker after speaker. All are convinced Moscow would back them up if the Ukrainian president was to do like Georgia and go against Russia's strategic interests in the region.
If Ukrainian President Yushchenko maintains his antagonistic position towards Moscow, then of course, Crimea could become the theater of regrettable events.
Nobody here explicitly talks about a possible armed conflict in Crimea, but all are anxiously waiting for the 1st of October. On this day, Ukraine and Russia will decide if they prolong the friendship treaty, which has been uniting them since 1997.